Alright, how's it going everyone? Here again in lovely Osaka, Japan to inform or misinform you of some lovely vinyl records that I've scored over the past couple of years here. I've cracked open my rare and rarer box of some of my very favorite stuff that I've sealed away in the closet to save it from that famous Osaka humid summer weather, which basically warps, destroys, distorts, your records skip, turn into ashtrays, etc. So they get to live in the closet. I don't get to pull them off a shelf like I used to do back home in Canada, but anyway, I've taken some of them out of their good old poly sleeves so I can show you the wonderful cover art and talk about them a little bit. So without further ado, what do I have first? I have some German rock, and these are in random order. I have Jane 3, which has amazing art actually, and a lot of people aren't really that keen on this Jane record in print at least, but I mean, who cares what they say in print? It's actually a really good droney record to space out to, really mellow and cool. I enjoy it a lot. Second, we have the amazing Igra Stakline Perli from, I think they're a Yugoslavian band actually, and I enjoy these Eastern European bands immensely. This one's like a space rock thing, almost like Hawkwind. Their first album's incredible, but this is an album where they reworked and finished some old demos. So if you come across it, check it out, it's very good. A little on the mainstream end of things, I picked this one up in the countryside. We have got Jimi Hendrix Experience, Bold as Love, with that amazing cover art. And this is just a killer to look at, it's just great. Wow. Whoa! See if I can even make this work on this screen. Whoa! So we got these psychedelic mad Buddha images and the massive afros on the inside. Yeah, wow. Look at that. Noel Redding and Mitch Mitchell. Pretty awesome stuff, actually. Actually, today I got into one of my very favorite bands once again. I got into my little stack of records by the German band Eloy. Now, Eloy, named after, I believe, The Time Machine in an H.G. Wells book. Actually, they're named after a being in the H.G. Wells book, I believe, The Time Machine. Excuse me. So here's an Eloy record. It opens from the side. Let's see if I can rotate it right. This is Ocean. This is their most regarded progressive work. It's got a lot of clean guitars, and it's a definitely mellower record from Eloy. Moving right along, I have Planets. Their 80s work leans a little more towards heavy metal guitars with more and more stacked synthesizers. And I like the psychotic looking monster on the back of this one. It's pretty cool thing to behold. A little more ethereal record, Colors, really beautiful, back cover, surrealist. This one has some really cool guitar work. It's a more stripped down record. I think it's recorded with a smaller lineup. What else do we have? We have Eloy's Silent Cries and Mighty Echoes, maybe my favorite besides Floating, which is stranded in my record collection in Canada. But Silent Cries, Floating, very cool. Friend of mine hooked me up in Canada. We did some trading and I scored Power and the Passion. Also really good album, really nice cover. And the Eloy Live album, which takes a lot of cuts from Ocean. The Rock Hero cover is pretty nice, especially. Yeah, what do we got here? Frank Bornemann. Klaus Peter Maciel. Yeah, Frank Bornemann wielding his Gibson Flying V. Very good. Very good stuff. A couple more in this pile. I've got an original pressing, I believe, of Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. The Japanese weather unfortunately destroyed my Love It to Death record. It's begun to skip and it's quite warped. This one is still workable, so this is my go-to for Alice Cooper's original stuff for the moment. Very, very good. I definitely love the dual guitars and Neil Smith on the drums. Great. Camel, the British Canterbury-affiliated psychedelic rock band. This one's cool. It's got some really nice guitar interplay. Really different from things like Snow Goose or their first album. A really great band, really good. Seems the earlier that you go, the more guitar you go, and then later on they get moodier, more atmospheric, as bands are wont to do. Okay, so here's a German thing I picked up, Opus. Now this is really unusual because I haven't found any info on it at all, and it seems to be a private press prog album of some kind, and it's really nice. If you see it, pick it up. Although I've never seen it before, I know almost nothing about it. If someone could tell me, I'd be thrilled. What else do we have? We have Omega, another one of the Eastern European bands. They have a Pink Floyd, Queen, progressive rock kind of vibe. I dare anyone to dress up like that on an album cover nowadays. Wow, I'd like to see that. And another album by Omega, Time Robber. Although the Omega record I like is oh, what is that called again? Oh my god, it has a giant Turkish bird on the cover. In the Hall of... oh my god. In the Hall of Floaters. That's it. Now that's a good album. Very nice. Octopus, maritime-themed German rock album, The Boat of Thoughts. This is pretty good, but it's almost got like a more like Janis Joplin slanted female vocal sort of thing. It seems like a little more of a B-grade band, and I've read in print people completely thrash it, but for me, like, the bulk of the album is quite good if you're in the right mood for it. And I mean, yeah, Sky Records label, I can depend on them at least. This isn't a, Osana related band from Italy, Uno. I don't know what's the deal with this guy. He looks like some 70s super villain or something. He's gonna come to take you out. But pretty good. I didn't like it as much as Osana, but it's pretty interesting. What else do we have? Robin Trower for Earth Below. He went from Procol Harum to Hendrix-styled power trio recordings. Being a huge fan of Randy California, Blue Cheer, etc., I always like Robin Trower. I've got his early stuff. I haven't tried the later stuff yet. I'm eager to do so. Another one, really cool, 12th Night, Art and Illusion. This is a band that allegedly played around the new wave of British heavy metal circuit, although they're more of a new wave and punk influenced band. Their song Counterpoint is really cool, really good lyrics. Rat bite rat, scratch your back. Take your place, counterpoint. Oh, this is okay. Guilty pleasure for me, Ted Nugent. Well, being one of the heavy Detroit rockers, I really can't pass him up, even though, you know, he does have a tendency to, you know, shoot stuff and say bizarre, inflammatory things. But anyway, it's an old Cat Scratch Fever record. I think it's the first Japanese pressing. Anyhow. Yeah. And now, from Canada, home of many good bands, and myself as well, this is Mandela, Soul Crusade. I was told that this is a soul funk record, but when I read an interview with the Ugly Ducklings in Shindig magazine, they said this was one of the best Canadian psych bands. And it is very cool. It starts out kind of soul and funky, so I mean, people who don't actually get into the center of this thing probably think it is a punk record, but it gets pretty trippy at times, reminiscent of early Pink Floyd. And last in this pile, second last, another Italian record, Le Orme, Felona and Sorona. Unfortunately, there's two different issues, one in English, one in Italian, and I don't speak Italian or understand it, so I'm limited to the English version with Peter Hamill's interpreted lyrics. But still, I can enjoy it. It's a pretty good album. Last in this pile, Kebnekaise, atmospheric Swedish folk rockers. And this is a really cool album. Nice art, beautiful music, really good to chill out to. It's getting a bit expensive though. I paid over 5,000 yen for this, which is quite a bit of money. But yeah, really nice album. Okay. Ashura Temple, Discover Cosmic. It's a double album on the Ore label that has a lot of their stuff on it. There's Manuel Gotchling hanging out. Check out the scarf. And their album 7 Up with Timothy Leary, which is really weird and great. Armageddon, the classic prog psychedelic hard rock record, great. Actually ran into Jello Biafra with a friend in a record shop, and he told us about this band. He said, one of you guys should buy this Armageddon record, because I don't see it much and it's really good and blah blah blah, and we bought a copy and it was really good, and now I found one in Japan, so I'm happy. And it also has Keith Ralph and some Steamhammer members. They turned to stone on the back cover. Ooh, apocalyptic. Okay. What else we have? Tassavallan Presidenti, Finland Jazz Psych. Really cool band. Original pressing on the same label as the amazing November album, which is a Swedish hard blues album. Kind of a Blue Cheer, Hendrix Scream thing, which always floats my boat. Patriarch of Kriegit. This thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. It's a Swedish band with jazz, prog rock leanings. Very, very good. If you see the Kriegit, you should get it because it's killer. Almost done. Aria, Arbeck Matt Fry, a band with an amazing vocalist from Italy in the 70s, kind of Turkish, Middle Eastern guitar melodies. This is killer. Don't pass it up. Cervello, another Italian release I checked out. This allegedly has a member of Osana's little brother on the album playing, and there's a little door on the front cover, nice gimmick front cover, and go and see the band members. Whoa, look at that, they're all wrapped in cellophane. Okay, Cervello. It's a nice band, a lot of folk rock and psychedelia. Almost out of time. There's a Swedish band I picked up, Samla Mama's Mana, which is pretty good. It's kind of a minimalist jamming jazz psych. And it has a cool sticker on the cover that says, well, if you can get it, if I can actually get it in the frame, Cult Wax! It sure is Cult Wax. And finally, on the label from Japan, Nexus Triade with the metallic cover. This is a trio. It's a little bit like Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's a really cool progressive rock album from Italy, reissued by a Japanese label. So those were the records I wanted to show you today on this hot summer Sunday afternoon in Osaka. And last but not least, I have to step out of frame for this. And to commemorate the release of their movie that's coming out soon, the Mott the Hoople story, I've been listening to Mott in the background this whole time, shouting and pointing, featuring the insane Morgan Fisher, shouting and pointing in your face on the cover of this amazing album. So it's a great glam album. You should all have it if you like glam rock, hard rock, whatever. So a fond adieu from Osaka, more mystery records for your eyes and ears. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.